Hey guys, Mr. Short Hitter here.
You don't look like a short hitter to me.
Today I plan on giving you some actionable tips to help you beat a long hitter. Although I've never claimed to be the greatest of golfers, I've beaten quite a few long hitters, including making 18 straight pars to qualify for my state open. And that state open was played on a 7,100 yard golf course. I didn't make 18 pars there. So the first thing you're going to need to do to beat a long hitter is you're going to need to be extra accurate. I'm not saying you need to hit every fairway, but it's going to help, especially if there's a lot of rough on the golf course. But the most important key is to keep the ball in play and out of the trees. Short and straight is a lot better than short and crooked and can often beat long and crooked. All the shots gained, people, will tell you for every 10 yards you gain whatever it is, a tenth of a stroke. And the stats say you should drop your scoring average on average 1.8 strokes. One ball out of bounds is 2 strokes. Is it important to hit the ball further? Yes. However, it's still important to hit the ball straight. So guys, I'm on a short hole here. Plays a little downhill. I've got 66 yards. Now a long hitter is going to have partial wedge shots on more holes, longer holes, 360, 370, 380 yard holes. They're going to hit big drives. If they can get it in the fairway, they're going to have shots like this. However, as a short hitter, you're going to have these shots on shorter par fours. You're going to have these shots possibly for your third shot on long par fours. So it's going to be important that these distance wedges are dialed in. You've got smaller gaps than the big hitters, so it's going to be easier for you to dial in these partial distances and learn to hit the ball a little bit closer. Now, we don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves because this distance, 66 yards, if you can hit a shot 15 feet from the hole, that's a pretty good shot. But what we can't do is hit it outside of 30 feet to where we have a possibility of not even two putting. 56-degree wedge. See what we can do. Okay, so I gave myself a little room for error. That wasn't the best shot in the world, but it's 20 feet below the hole. We want to hit those shots closer, but again, we have to be pretty safe with them also, especially to a blue pin. Now, the other thing that may help, learning to hit these shots with different clubs. For a blue pin, I may want to land it a little shorter, especially if I have a bigger green than this one. I can hit the same shot with the 52 and allow for a little more roll. That one's a little closer. Maybe I should do that more often. So I believe you have two kinds of putts. You have short putts and you have everything else. The everything else is your lag putts. So if it's not a short putt, I'm lagging it. I want to make this putt. It's about 20 feet, but I'm not going to risk leaving myself a 3-footer or 4-footer past the hole. I'm going to try to die this into the hole. Sometimes they end up just short. And I'm not going to let that bother me. I'm going to take the par and move on because we're definitely not going to beat a long hitter by not being able to control our emotions. Anywhere inside of 10 to 12 feet or so, those are the putts that I'm going to really make an effort to make them. I'm going to maybe a little aggressive if I need to be. I don't want to leave these putts short because I have a lot higher percentage chance of making them. Got to work on those. All right, guys, we've got a 360-yard par 4.
Hey, Mr. Short Hitter, what kind of ball are you using?
Oh, it's a Callaway Chrome Soft. Got it from Golf Ball Planet.
Golf Ball Planet? What's that?
Golf Ball Planet has been the #1 supplier of used golf balls since 1997.
Are they expensive?
Matter of fact, they're not expensive at all, and you can save 18% by using my code MSH18.
Are you gonna hit the ball or what?
So back in the day, the long hitter was at a distinct advantage with their ability to launch a long iron so high. Well, now we have these 7 hybrids. You can get a 9 hybrid. Even Dustin Johnson hits a 9 hybrid. And the clubs like the Highwood. And these clubs kind of take away the advantage that the long hitters have. You can launch the ball so much higher than I used to launch it with a 4-iron. Now, I could never hit that shot with a 4-iron and expect to hold the green. But this 7 hybrid with the descent angle that is super steep, from 180, I can hit a green and expect to hold that green. So, as a short hitter, one thing that's going to help you is getting the right equipment that can get you that height and take away one advantage that the long hitter has. So another thing that's going to help you as a short hitter beat the long hitter is making sure to miss those long shots in the correct places. With the Highwood and the hybrids and the lofted woods, you can now attack more greens, carry more bunkers, carry more water onto the green, but you still have to play those long shots safer. For instance, that shot, I played it safe to this side of the green. Let me show you what would happen if I hit it on that side of the green. Now, when we go left, generally the ball flies further. So this is just past pin high, but most likely it would have went even further than this. But let's say we were lucky enough to get a good lie, but unfortunately, we went at this left pin, which we used to call sucker pins, and now we have this difficult shot. And I play a regular old pitch shot here, and I hit that ball probably as good as I could hit it. So we played a really good shot here, and our reward is this putt 25 feet up the hill. That wasn't supposed to happen. Long hitters are going to have bigger gaps between their wedges, between their irons generally, sometimes as big as 15 yards, sometimes 20 yards I've seen. So you've got smaller gaps. You need to take advantage of that, and you need to really, really, really understand your carry distances. You got 143 yards to a blue pin. I know a good strike with an 8-iron is going to carry just under 140 yards, 139 yards or so. A mishit with an 8-iron is going to carry closer to about 132 yards. The pin is back. So I can't risk going long. I can't risk hitting a 7-iron. So that 8-iron, if I hit it 139, it'll fly 4 yards short of the pin and should release to the pin. If I mishit it and hit it 132, I'm 11 yards short with a 33-foot putt if it stops cold and doesn't release. So most likely, as long as I hit this ball on line, it'll be inside of 30 feet. So I hit a good one and I hit a bad one. Let's go see where they are. 12 yards short of the hole, we had 143, so it went 131. That's the bad one. I'm just inside 5 yards, so 138. So guys, as sun sets, my last tip is going to be to always have a game plan. Now you also have to have a backup plan and not let the hole dictate what you do. As an example, just because a hole is a par 4 doesn't mean you have to try to hit it in 2. It's about 205 to carry that creek. There's a hazard to the right, so we're going to air left right at that bridge. That'll give us 30 yards right to play with. Now, if we were into a strong wind, I'd have to adjust my game plan and wouldn't be able to hit driver. I'd have to lay up. We hit the ball pretty much right over the bridge, bounced a little bit right, so we caught the left edge of the fairway. The pin is up front, and we have 103 yards, kind of in between a 48 and a pitching wedge here, but the ground is pretty firm, so I'm going to go ahead and hit a 48. And I think it's so firm that this actually could be a little bit long, but we have a front pin, so that's okay. It don't always go as planned. Outside of keeping it in play, lag putting might be the single most important skill. It's going to lower your scores and help you beat a long hitter. Misread, but I got the distance right. Bet you guys thought I forgot. Chipping. Pitching. And bunker play is probably the most important skills to help you beat a long hitter. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope something I said in this video will help you beat your long hitting playing partners. There's so much online now that you have to hit the ball further and further. And although hitting it further can help your score, there's a lot of other aspects to golf that can also help lower your scores. If you give me two guys and you tell me one hits at 220 and the other hits at 250, I won't necessarily be able to tell you who I think is going to win that round. But if you tell me one guy had a good short game, kept the ball in play, and the other guy hit 3 or 4 balls out of play and had to take drops, I'll take the guy that kept it in play all day. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Mr. Short Hitter, out.
5 holes to go, just play 13.